Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the last day of the Skill Up Initiative Rebooted. Okay, I think I'm not with my earpiece, so let me attach that. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Skill Up Initiative Rebooted. We've been having training since last week, and today we're going to have the last two speakers for this training, and after which we go straight to the competition. All right, and I'm so excited. As you can see, I'm very, very happy and very excited, even though it means we're wrapping up, but yet it means that finally going to conclude what we started. It's not easy to start something, but then wrapping it up, seeing it through, it takes determination, it takes consistency, and we are happy we are able to wrap up the Skill Up initiative. We've had 11 speakers, so today we're going to be having the last two speakers, and we have two great minds in the house today. We have Miracle Dominic, who is the CEO of Dom's Clothing, and we have Confidence Dr. Mesoma Elechuku. So we're so excited today. Today is going to be amazing. Okay, I can see people joining in. I'm seeing regular faces. Elizabeth Ijoma Akpa, welcome. Good evening. Great to have you back in the house. It's always a pleasure having you. I'm so excited today. Okay, welcome my YouTube and program MAP. Great to have you in the house. If you're joining, please tell us your name and where you're participating from. And if today is your first time of joining the Skill Up Initiative, please let us know so we can specially welcome you, because today we are wrapping up. So we want to celebrate every new person, even the old ones, to want to celebrate every one of you. All right. So while we're doing our introduction, welcome Chiamaka Nnana. Let me just do a brief recap of what the Skill Up Initiative is about. The Skill Up Initiative is a youth empowerment program organized by Creators in Business, CIB, in order to empower youth with relevant skills that they need to thrive in the current economy. And not just giving them or teaching them these skills, it also aims to teach them how to earn from these skills. It's possible to be skilled and broke, but we're trying to change the narrative that after teaching you skills, we want to empower you, want to teach you how to make money from these skills. That's why we had a broad range of topics. We had different things to cover, and we're so excited that today we're going to be talking about something even very important, like the session by 7 p.m. by Miracle Dominic. It's going to teach you how to take your business online and the challenges you might face. All right, our guest speaker is in the house tonight, Miracle Dominic, the CEO of Dom's Clothing. Okay, I'm going to add him to the screen right now. See our CEO. I'm so happy. So now, before I hand over to him, I'm going to just read his bio very briefly. Welcome, Ogechi. Welcome, Chiamaka Nana. Great to have you all in the house. Now, I'm going to be reading it from my laptop screen because it's a bit lengthy, but not that lengthy. I'll just pick some areas of the bio to read for you, because it's not possible to read the bio of a CEO from beginning to end. You want us to sleep here tonight? So let me just go straight to the point. Miracle Dominic, popularly known as Dom, is a fashion designer per excellence, a writer, an auditor, an audio editor, and an inspirational speaker. He hails from Anambra State in Njikoka local government area. However, in the past 5 years, he has been based in Abia State. Dom is the Chief Executive Officer, CEO, of the clothing brand Dom Clothing, a brand whose sole aim is to manufacture mind-blowing outfits for men. Dom Clothing bears the motto, creating a spark in your wardrobe. Dom has used his clothing brand as a tool of influence to affect the lives of thousands of individuals globally, both online and offline. He would always say, "We are not completely after the money, we are after the influence the brand makes and wonders our wares create on the bodies of men." In the year 2017, Miracle Dominic co-authored a book, The Amazing Weapon. His exceptional writing skill earned him this privilege. This inspiring book was forwarded by a few of the renowned professors in Nigeria. Wow. Writing is an aspect Dom finds great purpose. In 2018, Dom picked interest in the fashion industry and began his fashion career creating male outfits, and in less than 2 years, his works were already being ordered globally, due to the uniqueness of his art and the quality and prestige that accompanied his works. 2021 led Dom into learning how to edit audio records and becoming an expert at it. He gained this knowledge at the highly placed Vision Africa radio station 104.1 FM Umuahia, Abia State. Miracle Dominic has walked the path less traveled by most men. He has faced failures, and instead of giving up, he uses his experiences to teach and inspire a lot of youngsters to become stronger and better individuals. This has made him nothing less than a great personality and motivation to thousands in the world. To him, everyone is created with unique traits, and these traits don't just show forth unless they pass through challenges and are refined with failures. Never give up remains his watchword. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's give a warm welcome to our first speaker tonight, Miracle Dominic, CEO of Dom's Clothing. It's great to have you in the house, sir. It's a privilege. We are very, very excited to listen to you tonight.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you for that for that biography. It was really mind blowing. Yeah, thank you very much for having me. It's an honor to be a speaker on the Skill Up Initiative program, and I trust that tonight is going to be really powerful. It's going to be really impactational. I'm very expectant that at the end of tonight's teaching, that everyone is going to go home with new waves of new ideas, how to take your business online, and the challenges you're likely to face, the challenges you face, and how you're going to deal with them. Okay, so I don't know, do you have any other thing to say before I start off with what I have today?
No, the floor is open for you.
All right. I'm seeing a lot of people coming online. Thank you very much, everyone. Good evening, everyone. I want you to stay put, to stay here while we do this. And in less than an hour, I guess, within our working time, we're going to get done. Yeah. Our topic today will be looking at the topic taking your business online and the challenges you are likely to face. And there was something that Bill Gates said, a general quote, which I believe has gone viral in the past years, and it still stands. And what is that he said? He said, if your business is not online, then soon your business will go out of business. Okay. And the truth is that there is no way your business will be online and your business will fail. It's not possible. Unless you decide to fail in the physical world, unless you decide to stop doing what you're doing, that's the only reason why your business is going to fail. Now, another thing I would like to point out is on the 4th of October this month, there was a general shutdown of social media. The WhatsApps were down, the Facebook, the Instagram, everything was down. And people were lamenting, people were so worried. And the terrible thing about it was that most youngsters were worried, not because of what they are doing on the social media space, but because of the cruise they were catching. Okay. Now, but business people like us, personally, on my own side, I was feeling so bad because it was a big threat to my business. Yeah. The social media space was my biggest market. That was I was making money through social media. So if it was to shut down, it would be a huge blow to my business. And then I kept refreshing, like every other Nigerian, refreshing my social media handles to see when everything was going to go through. And you can imagine that joy when everything went back to normal. Okay. Now, as a young person, I don't know if you're just online on social media trying to catch the cruise that every other person is catching, or you're trying to sell something, you're trying to advertise yourself. Surprising enough, there are so many people I've seen in the real life setting, and then they get to tell me, this is what I'm doing for a living. I'm into this business. I'm like, seriously, you've been into this for the past years and you're complaining of money, and yet your status is busy, yet you make Facebook posts, and I've never seen you advertise this. And then the person might tell me, okay, I advertised 2 months ago, 3 months ago. I'm not really the posting type. And they are missing out on a lot of money. Like money is flying around, money is flying around. When Nigerian economy is failing, there's no way foreign economies fail. And from the biography that was read about myself, my humble self, yes, our others our others are global. Yeah, it's not a joke. We've had clients from South Africa, we've had clients from Australia, we've had clients from Ghana, we have had clients outside Nigeria. And the truth be told is that we are not scared of going out of business, and we put consistent effort into our online space, into our online awareness. And permit me to say this: when you have your business online, people don't even refer you as who you are in the real world. Okay, like they now see that your brand, they refer you to you as your business. Oftentimes people call me Dumb Clothing, and I'm like, I'm not Dumb Clothing, that's not my name. Because this social media has influenced their mind, it has influenced how they now see you. On a normal grounds, if they should come to me and they want us to do business on the normal grounds, they will charge low, they will bargain lower. But when they have seen the influence you're having on the social media, when they see what you are doing on the social media space, they will always rate you higher. Okay. Now, during the okay, I will also want to say that before I got into the, I will try to use myself as an example for those that are having one business or the other, or you are good at a skill or the other, and then you don't know how to take it online, and then maybe you are scared, you're having some challenges which you are here to point out tonight. Now, the thing is that before I got into my field as a fashion designer, I was just there on the social media like every other young person. But I started my fashion design business before the age of 21. And for some years now, we've recorded massive progress, not because we are doing a lot of adverts in the real life setting, but we are doing a lot of adverts on the social media. And the social media affects the real life setting. Okay. Now, when your social media is not active, when it's not powerful, when you don't know what you're doing on that space, you're not going to be serious, you're not going to be seeing the outcome. Okay. Now, when I finished learning as a fashion designer, the person that coached me, he was in the category of I'm not the posting type. Like, I don't even want to go into that. But for more than 1 year now, he hasn't been posting his jobs. And he will always come and tell me, Dom, I don't know the magic that you are using. Like, how are you doing this? It seems like you're making a lot of money. And I'm like, okay, I'm just using social media. He was like, okay, that's cool. You use online, I don't use online. And I've compared and contrast. We once talked about our earnings and our unit charge and all that. And he was saying a lot of things. And I was like, chai, hey, yeah, chai, economy, economy. But then I knew that this is that he's just in the darkness. Okay. But me that have leveraged on the social media platform, I've gained a lot, and I've really gone far by God's grace. Now, I've been talking about the social, the fashion aspect. Let me talk about the writing aspect, because that was also mentioned in my, what do you call that? In my
Bio.
trauma help me, yeah, in my bio.
Bio.
Yeah, in my bio. Now, in the year 2016, I think either 2016 or 2017, I usually used to do fictional writing. Okay. Now, I would just come and make up a story in my head, create a lot of suspense, push it out on the social media. I didn't know that someone was watching me, and she was a graduate. She had done her master. She had links with a lot of professors. She was watching my space. She was keeping updated with the things I was doing on social media. Now, why I'm talking about this is as in line with people that write, the writers in our midst that might be watching this video. You don't like writing because to you, you feel that nobody's going to buy, because to you, you feel that you're not making any money from it. But that's totally wrong. One of the days, I got a message from the person that I co-authored with, and she said, Dominic, I love what you're doing on the social media space. What about we co-author a book? And I was like, wow, seriously? And like a joke, like a film, we co-authored that book, and a lot of professors had their approval on the book, and it sold massively. And by the time the book was selling, she called me and said, Dom, we need to write another one. And I was like, I'm so busy. And I have a lot of plans as well. Okay. Now, now let's go over to the problems faced, because while we talk about the problems faced when you're taking your business online, we're also going to treat how you can increase your sales, how you're going to deal with the problems and all that. Now, the first problem I had when I took my business online was that I had issues with people being surprised at what I was doing. People were like, how come you suddenly moved from your story writing and your motivational posts, and then you're posting clothes? How is that happening? And I was like, I had a major challenge of trying to encourage explain to people that, okay, this is now the new line. I had a major challenge of trying to tell people this is the new thing I'm doing. And my huge engagement which I was having seemed to drop because everything seems strange. If you're someone that posts comedy quotes all the time, you post funny quotes and funny write-ups all the time on social media, and then all of a sudden you start posting shoes and bags, people are going to act surprised, people are going to respond surprised. All those your engagements suddenly is going to disappear. Now that is it. But then at that point, that is where you now have to apply your consistency. Make people to know what you're doing. Talk about the same thing in different ways. Just a lot of people just come out and they post their products and they're like, buy this. They'll tell you you should buy this, you should buy that. They don't say any other thing. And then the worst of all, you go on your WhatsApp status, you manage to advertise your product, to advertise what you are doing online, to advertise that skill, and there is no caption, there is nothing. You just put up a picture and you leave it there. You pack 55 pictures of bags, 55 pictures of shoes, and there is no caption, nothing. Yeah, I don't know. Are we watching movie? Like, who doesn't? The truth is that one thing you need to understand about the social media is that people are not coming to spend money on social media. People are coming to catch cruise. People are coming to entertain themselves. So if you don't move with that trend, very soon they will mute you on their status. Very soon they will unfriend you on their Facebook. Very soon they'll stop reacting on your post so that they'll not know that you are still friends. Okay. But there are many ways to do this, and then you grab those people that can buy into you. Now, I've talked about that aspect of when people are acting surprised, people are like, what are you doing? You even have personal messages, people that will come and ask you, are you the one that posted this shoe? Are you the one that posted this? That because they are surprised. How come this sudden change? All right. Now, the next problem that you're likely to have is the problem of trust, because it's just like you're online and suddenly someone comes to tell you, I've not eaten since morning, I need money to have breakfast, I've not eaten and all that. It's the same thing as doing business online, taking your business online. Your buyers are not seeing you. So if you cannot build that air of trust, if you cannot make them to see someone as someone that is trustworthy, then that is going to be a major attack. That is going to be a major hindrance on you. When people don't see that they can really trust you, and then how can you build this trust in the hearts of people? The way you can build this trust is by making valuable posts. Make posts that are full of value. Teach people something new. Make people to know that, okay, you can do this better. This is something that can help you. Encourage people. Like when people love someone that makes them feel encouraged, someone that makes them feel better of themselves. Now, someone that also shares his or her life experiences in the public, that is the person that people trust. And then when this trust is there, you have little or no challenge getting the others. Okay. Now, another problem that you can face taking your business online is plagiarism. And what do I mean by plagiarism? Plagiarism is when someone is trying to copy you, when someone is trying to copy what you're doing, when someone is trying to come come to represent you or to look like you. For example, you're a writer and then you write. After writing, all of a sudden you notice that someone else has posted your write-up. That is plagiarism. And this is one thing that you can face on social media. Or you're a fashion designer, after sewing and all that, you push out your picture, you're trying to make an advert, and all of a sudden someone else posts your picture as a tailor and then said, I made this. That is a very big challenge on someone that is taking his or her business online. Now, how do you deal with plagiarism? Personally, on my own part, how I deal with plagiarism is that I overlook it. Personally, I don't see the reason why you have to fight and try to prove that you're the one that did this or you're the one that did that. You can be advertising shoes, you can be advertising bags, you can be advertising any other thing. You might be someone that makes cake, and then after doing the cake, someone steals the picture and re-advertises it or uses it to get clients. That is plagiarism. Now you need to deal with that. You need to see it as you being good at what you do. Okay, because people don't copy what is no good. People don't try to people don't try to emulate someone that is not successful. Now, instead of building your energy trying to affirm or trying to confirm to people that this is what you're doing, it's better for you to think of ways to avoid the plagiarism. That is why we advise business people, when you're trying to take your business online, get a logo, own a logo, give your business a name. Don't just come out all of a sudden and then you're advertising something. That business needs to have a name. That business needs to have a logo. When you're posting the pictures, when you're posting the adverts and all that, you need to attach a logo to it. You need to make people to understand that this has a name. Okay, now when you're giving your business a name, it becomes almost difficult. People have little fear, like people have a huge fear rather of stealing what you're doing. Now that is how you can deal with plagiarism. For example, when the famous writer or public figure John Obidi makes a write-up, people don't have the courage to go and steal it, because they believe that when this write-up is stolen and reposted, even without his name, there are thousands of people who have read the same thing from his space. Now, when you're trying to put up what he has already written and then you want to appear as the main writer, that is going to be a slap on your face, because he has made a name. Now, giving your business a name is very, very, very important as a business person. Okay. Another problem that you're likely to face in online business is competition of competitors by your prospects. Like, the prospects are people that want to buy from you. You're doing something and then they are comparing to someone else that is doing the same thing you are doing. That is a huge challenge. That is something that can affect your business badly. Can anyone hear me? Okay, I'll just have to continue. So, comparison of competitors by your prospects. That is why you need to do what you're doing in a unique way. Try to make your stuff exceptional. Try to make it different. Just be yourself. Do it the way that you know how best to do it. Don't try to outdo someone else. Don't try to If you must outdo someone else, then you must be doing something of standard. Okay, now you need to get your mind off the whole comparison of a thing. There are a lot of people that are online trying to advertise their business, trying to do one thing or the other, and everybody's fighting for their awareness. So you need to learn to take your mind away from the competition, take your mind away from the engagements that they are having, because the truth at the end of the day, what you're trying to realize is money. The truth is that every advert that is going out on the online space is aimed at making money, getting clients. So take your mind away from all those likes, all those comments, all those reposts. It's good, it's very good, but that's not the main reason why you are online. Your main reason is to make money, but now you're trying to make money in different ways, in doing the same thing in different ways. Okay, now, the next problem that you're likely to face, and as well how you're going to deal with it, is inferiority complex, feeling that you're not good enough. I wasn't yet a professional designer when I started taking my business online, but I knew that I was good. I knew that I knew what I was doing. Now, dealing with inferiority complex is very, very important. You need to do yourself. You just need to be yourself. Don't try to copy someone else. Don't try to act like someone else. Don't try to use someone else's pattern. You can look at how other people are doing their own stuff on the online way, on the online space. Look at how they advertise, look at how they grow their brands, look at how they expand their business. But at the same time, don't copy what they are doing. Sometimes ideas can drop into your mind of how you can sell, of how you can advertise. Do it like that, communicate it like that. Feel that that is your own unique way. Feel that that is how you are. And then whenever you're trying to push out your business, or you're trying to sell your business, you have to add a touch of uniqueness to it. Now, one of the things that made my clothing brand to stand out, one of the things that made everyone to have an affinity for what I was doing on the online space, because I wasn't copying anyone. I was dealing with the inferiority complex. I took it out of my mind. I tried to avoid anything that will make me to look like I was competing. I was trying to do what someone else did. I was trying to replicate what someone had done. So that's why I said inferiority complex can be your challenge. When you begin to create your own styles of writing, your own style of selling, your own style of speaking, your own style of making a video to advertise your business, you might face some little hitches along the way, but then just continue, just be consistent with it, and then that inferiority complex is going to knock off. People are going to adapt to that style that you have created for yourself. Okay. Another problem that you can face is the low engagements on your post. Yes, this is one thing that can discourage anybody that is doing business online. But the truth is that people are not always in the mood to engage with your posts. Just because you're not having so much likes and comments doesn't mean that you don't know what you're doing. And you need to deal with that. You need to take your mind off the engagements, the likes, the comments, the reaction, and all that. You need to try to take your mind away from it, because that is not the main reason. It is very important because it helps. I see you, Mr. Ebenezer Okore. Yeah, it is very important for you to have huge engagements on social media, but that is not the main reason why you are online. Thank you very much to everyone that is engaging. That is not the main reason why you are online. The main reason why you're online is not to get likes and comments. So when I'm trying to advertise my business, my mind is not to get likes, my mind is not to get comments. What I'm trying to do is to push my business out there in such a way that it will be acceptable. Now, once your business is acceptable in the hearts of people, trust me, anyone that wants to buy is going to buy. Anybody that wants to do business with you is going to do business with you. So you have to avoid this engagement stuff. Is very, very is a huge challenge. Seriously, it's a huge challenge, because sometimes you might try to you might see someone in your field, and then the person gets like 700 likes, 800 likes, 500 comments, and then you that is doing the same business, you are getting 15 likes, you are getting two comments or none. It's a challenge. It can be a huge it can be a huge discouragement, but that's not the main reason why you are there. I can see everyone that is engaging. Mr. Lawal, thank you very much. So that's not the main reason why you're there. Be consistent. That's consistency. Now, there was something I was telling a friend of mine who was complaining of people not reaching out to him on his post when he makes engagement. And I told him that just because they are not engaging doesn't mean that they aren't seeing what you're doing. I think I need to repeat that. Just because people are not engaging on your post doesn't mean that they aren't seeing what you're doing. They are seeing what you're doing. In fact, sometimes I tell people maybe your what you're doing is too unique, that an engagement is too small. It's too small to describe what you're doing. I've had people that patronize me, my clients. If I have 100 clients, 70 of them don't engage, and even if they engage, they might just drop a like, a love, and then they go. The main thing is make a contact with the eye, let people see what you're doing. Is that sight that matters. That sight, that visibility, that awareness of what you're doing is what is the most important thing. So you trying to be consistent, doing the same thing, just as I said earlier, in different ways. It's not every day you tell people, I sell polos, come and buy. No, 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 no. That's not it. Think of different ways to do the same thing. If you go to my Facebook timeline, Miracle Dominic, you see that I talk about dumb clothing in different ways. In different ways. And that is one thing that keeps the business going. That is one thing that can keep your business alive for 2 years, 3 years. Have a long-term plan of your business. It's not something you just do. It's not a hit and run something. Online business taking your business online is not a hit and run stuff. It is something that, thank you very much, Elizabeth. I see you. Online business is something that is more like being married. Okay, let me use that example. Being married, you need to love a particular woman in different ways. You need to love your husband in different ways. Now, your business, you need to love your business in different ways. You need to advertise your business in different ways. You need to make it interesting in different ways. You don't have to come and say buy from me. No, 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 no. People don't want to come online and then suddenly start spending their money. Nobody wants to come online and start spending money until what you do is acceptable to them, until when they sense the uniqueness, until they accept what you're doing, until that uniqueness is there. That is when they can buy. Okay. I think I've dwelt much on the low engagement. Now, the sixth thing that can be, okay, is it the sixth or the seventh? Yeah, I think that should be the seventh challenge. Is your mood. Your mood can really be a challenge when you're taking your business online. Sometimes I might not really be in a very good mood, but I want to advertise. Now, when I started when I started my brand, I was much more concerned of me accepting what I was doing. Okay. Now your mood is a threat to what you're doing. If you are a business person and you are always angry, I just have to laugh at this point. If you're a business person and you are always angry, that's a huge threat to you. Okay. Now, as a business person, you need to try your best to always be at a good mood at 24 hours of the day. I know that it's not possible. It may not really be achievable for you to be in a good mood in 24 hours, but at least most of the time, try to be in a good mood. Because when you are in a bad mood, it can advertise what you are doing on the online space. Now, because you are feeling sad, maybe you misplaced some money on a particular day, and then you come online and you want to make an advert. Trust me, if you build your mind on the bad mood you had, that advert is not going to yield a result. Now, one of the ways that you can put yourself in a good mood as a business person is that you can be someone that can just do things that make you happy. Example, listening to music. Music, they say, is a food of the soul. Now, when music tries to calm you down, it tries to put you at a good mood all the time, and it reflects itself in everything that you're doing. When you're in a good mood, everything you do is perfect. When you go for an interview and you are very angry, you are in an angry spirit, maybe your wife offended you, or maybe you are a young person, maybe you experience some social media scam, and then you are going with that anger in your mind to that interview. Trust me, that anger is going to affect your interviewers, and it may not yield a result. It may not yield a positive result. So try to be in a good mood so that whatever you're doing in an online space, it's yielding a good result. Okay, now on to the next challenge, being reserved. I think I've mentioned this in a little way. Some people say that they are not the posting type. They'll tell you that I don't really like posting. I just want to be doing my thing. No, you don't have to do your thing. Selling on social media is not something of your thing, okay? You need to talk. Yes, you need to talk. You need to talk. You need to talk about your brand. You need to be proud of it. You need to tell people this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. You need to make people to know that this is how I do. I want like, oh God, just keep showing up, okay? Where I was the type. I'm naturally, I don't like exposing myself. I don't like coming out and showing off myself and all that. But when it comes to business, when it comes to doing my business online, I am not reserved. In the physical world, in the real sense, I might be a bit reserved person. But when it comes to selling online, people don't deal with reserved people. In your mind, they are like, okay, what I want to sell is very nice, but I don't really want to post. That thing that you don't want to post might be your next source of income. So you need to take that taciturnity, that's being reserved, out of yourself, and be verbose, be outspoken, be liberal, like just be free, be yourself. on anything that you're doing on the online space. Okay. Now, another thing that can be a challenge, thank you, Victoria Simpa, I can see you. Another thing that can be a challenge on your online space when you're trying to sell online is tags from your friends, social media tags. People can tag you when you begin to do well in your business, and it's a big threat. It is a danger to your brand. It is a danger to your brand when people tag you and tag you and tag you and tag you, and people come into your timeline. Maybe your timeline is just like Mr. David Lauer has commented. Maybe they come into Mr. David's timeline, and then they are seeing like 30 tags before your actual advert or before your actual post. That is a big threat to your business because it is a huge distraction to what you're doing. Now, you need to customize your space in such a way that you permit what comes to your timeline. And in the same way, don't allow nasty things on your timeline. When I say nasty things, every one of us knows what when something is nasty. You don't allow dirty tags. Well, I don't even know why you should have friends that will tag you to something that is nasty. But then you need to be careful of what goes to your online space, most especially your Facebook timeline, because that's where those tags affect so much. Someone shouldn't come into your timeline and then the person isn't seeing what you're doing, and then maybe you make cakes and then someone comes into your timeline. Yes, we know that you're not someone that is envious of other people's progress, but I don't expect to come into your timeline as someone that bakes, someone that does confectionaries, and I'm seeing another person's brand of the same business. No, it is wrong. It is completely wrong. You don't tell me that you're trying to be a free person, you are being a nice person, and then you're allowing people that are doing the same thing that you're doing to tag you. Oh, it is wrong. Your money will fly away from your hand. So you just be careful of who is coming into your space, what you allow into your space. Create those restrictions. I shouldn't come into your timeline. I noticed that you made a write-up. You are a storyteller, you're a writer. And then I stumble into your timeline and I see a very beautiful shoe. And then I'll open that person's timeline and then leave you and go away. If I had a positive thought of maybe a business I want to do with you, or maybe I want to engage you as a copywriter, that cake has led me away. I will just leave you. Or maybe I come in and then maybe someone comes to your timeline and sees someone that is doing birthday, a very beautiful lady, and then he's like, hey, this lady is fine. And then he opens the person's timeline, and like that, they will leave you. So you have to be careful of what is showing up on your timeline. Make the restrictions. If you must allow some of the tags, then it has to be something that is valuable, something that is educative, something that, okay, maybe your client tags you, your client wears your shoe, wears your clothes, uses your products, or any of sorts, and then the person mentions you in a post. You can allow that. That is something that goes ahead to build the trust that we have talked about. Okay. Now, another thing that you need to deal with as okay, thank you everyone that is engaging. I can see the engagement. That's an encouragement. Another thing that can be a threat or a challenge to you as someone that is taking your business online is that, is it really a threat? I think that's just something that you need to take care of. You need to adjust your privacy settings to public. I know why I say this. I've had clients that come to me through the social media, and these are people that are not even my Facebook friends. But they are seeing what I'm doing. Why? Because my privacy settings is made public. So you don't really need
True.
to, you mustn't be my friend. You mustn't be my Facebook friend. We mustn't be friends on Facebook before you can see what I'm doing. In fact, you can crowd yourself with so much friends on Facebook, and they are the wrong customers. They are the wrong clients. They are the people that will never buy from you. Okay, some people they will not buy, they will not engage, they will not do anything. They are just there distracting your life and
Post
chopping
monitoring
your data.
spirits.
Monitoring spirits indeed. Yes. So you need to make your privacy settings public, because whenever someone wants to see what you're doing, they go through your timeline, they see what you're doing, they come to your messenger, and then they'll tell you what they want. Okay. Yes. All right. I think we've dealt with the major problems that you can face. And I said when we talk about the problems that you can face on social media, in the same way, we are going to talk about how you can increase your sales. So I'm going to utilize the time I still have left to rush through how you can increase your sales, because when you're taking your business on social media and then you're not making sales, that's a huge turn off. Your main reason there is not to get accolades in comments. Your main reason there is not to have 1,000 likes. Your main reason as a business person trying to use the social media, trying to use the online space to advertise, is because you want to make money, you want to sell, you want to get new clients. Now, the first thing that you need to be careful of as a business person is the quality of your pictures, the quality of what you're selling, because everyone wants to see a picture. That is why everybody has a part in the social media. Everybody wants to see something beautiful. Everybody wants to see something that is attractive, something that is eye catching. So if you're advertising your business and you are using a very poor quality phone to take your products, or maybe sef your profile picture, you are in front of one old truck, and then that's what you want to use, and like that's a big trouble for you. Please, if you're a business person and you're doing business, you are selling, even if you are selling a pen, this pen might cost 50 naira, but because of the way you package the quality of products of this pen, there's a way I'll snap this pen and I'll tell you what I sell this pen is 200, and you're going to buy it, because the quality that was used in the advert is what has been increased. Now, why do you ask yourself, when you get into some big eateries, they try to give you a lot of services. They try to give you, put maybe just an ice cream that you can buy for a lesser amount. They'll put it in a very fanciful cup, and then they tell you that this ice cream now automatically becomes 1,000. That is because of the quality that you perceive from what they're selling. So the quality of the pictures, both your own pictures, the pictures of your products, they are all very, very important. Your good quality pictures are important. Your profile picture, use a good quality picture. Cover pictures and every of such pictures that you're using. Next one, your value system. Build a good value system. Be someone that is of value, not someone that people in their head, once they see your post, they say, hey, he has come again, he wants to sell to us, my money, and then they rush past. Or maybe when they try to scroll through their WhatsApp status and then they see your status, you have made a post that is like a bid, and then they are running, because they know that the only thing in that status is your product. That is the only thing that you packed inside there. So you need to build a value system. Okay, people like to associate with people that make them feel better of themselves, people that encourage them, people that make them happy. So when that value system is there, it is very easy for people to connect with your product. It is very easy for people to buy into whatever you are selling. Now, be dynamic. Let people not let when I say be dynamic, let people not be able to foretell the next thing you're going to post. Okay, I'm going to use this as an example. On my Facebook space, on my search engine, I have some people's names that are there. People that I check, like I don't wait for them to post. I go to their timeline to check if they have made any new posts, because these people are dynamic. These people, you can't tell the next line of action they are going to take. You can't say this is the next thing they are going to do. And everyone is coming online to see something new. Everyone is coming online to see something that is different. So that is why you really need to be dynamic as a business person. The next one, okay, I've talked about avoiding so much tax from your friends. I've talked about that. Now, avoid attacking people or making posts that will talk ill of people in your field. Um, I think at this point I'll have to use myself as an example. As a fashion designer, I'll come out, for example, and then I'll make a post about a very beautiful outfit and one that looks terrible. And then I'll now come and say, mind the tailor that you patronize. Or I'll come and say what I ordered versus what I got. It is people might laugh, people might laugh about it, but it doesn't speak good of you. It doesn't speak good of your brand. It means that you are being conscious of money. It means that it shows you as someone that now talks down on people to sell. Now don't try to don't bring the bad experiences or the bad things that people do in your field into your own post or into what you're trying to use as a conviction to your clients so that you can sell. It is wrong. It is completely wrong. So avoid attacking people in your field when making any post. Now the next one is be confident. Be confident. When you're making your post, there are so many ways to be confident as someone that is selling on social media. Try to be confident in your speech. Try to be confident in your post. Some people, they are not confident, and they can make a post, and because they are so scared, they can tag 35 people to one single post because they lack that confidence. And people see all this. They know that you're not even being confident of what you're doing. Another way that your confidence can be affected is when you are having a lot of typos, a lot of errors on your captions. That is a mark that you lack confidence. There was a business book I was reading, and along the line, the writer said when he gets into an aircraft and he sees a trace of oil or he sees a trace of ice cream on the tray of the what did they call them? Okay, let me just use the word waiter or the waitress. I can't remember right now. Okay, of the flight attendant. When they see these deaths on the tray, they assume that the engine of the aircraft is faulty. They assume that aircraft company is not mindful of what they are doing, is not mindful of their business, is not interested in the lives of their passengers. Now, you need to appear confident in what you're doing. You need to be confident in whatever you're doing on the social media space. Try to be yourself. Try to project yourself. You shouldn't be scared that 3,000 people are seeing you. No. Some people, their own stage fright is on the social media space. They don't want people to see them. But how will people see you when they are not? How will people buy when they are not seeing you? Now, another thing that can help you to sell and sell well is always mention your business. Always mention the name of your business. Don't assume that people already know what you're doing. Always try to avoid that thought that people already know what you're doing. People know that you're a writer. People know that you're a shoemaker, that you make shoes. Don't assume that people already know that you produce perfumes. Don't assume that people know that you run a confectionery. Don't assume. Always mention your business. And that is why I said it is very, very important for you to have a business name. You can be like myself, Miracle Dominic. Miracle Dominic is not a business name, okay? Thank you, as Esther, and I can see your engagement. Miracle Dominic is not a business name. Now, your name is not your name, unless you're trying to incorporate it into your business. Your name is not a business name. So you need to make your business to have a name. And whenever you are making that post, attach the name of your business. It puts it makes people to be unconsciously mindful of what you're doing. When people see me on the road, they're like, wow, don't clothing. Like they remember that this is what you're doing. You don't need to always recite to people that this is what you're doing, okay? But on that social media space, anytime you are making an advert, attach the name of your business. You shouldn't be tired of that. Now, the next way to sell is tactfully advertise, like craftfully, like bringing your business in a corny way. Don't make people say, see, yes, this guy wants me to buy, this lady wants me to buy. Like stylishly and cunningly talk about your business. Talk about the uniqueness, talk about the class, talk about the durability, talk about the touch of excellence in a stylish way. When people have this thought of this guy does good, this guy creates excellence, this guy creates something unique, this guy's products are durable. Trust me, whenever they think of durability, whenever they think of excellence in that particular field of the business you're doing, they will always reach out to you. So that's why I said you should tactfully advertise. Don't be conscious of money, telling people buy this, buy that, buy this. people are tired of. People don't want to even buy on Facebook. We want to come and laugh and like and comment and go. Now it's the smart people that come and then they make the money and then they go. Now the next one, don't have a boring space. You can't okay, for example, you tell me that you're running a business and then I'm like, wow, that's nice. What's your Facebook handle? You give it to me and then I go to your timeline and the first post I'm seeing is a post that you made in 2019. Like, seriously, I don't understand. That means that means I don't really understand. So some people have a very boring space. Don't have a boring space. And also try to attach little humor to what you're doing on the online space. People love someone that makes them laugh, but don't do it often before they mistake you for a business person and then begin to see you as a comedian. Okay, so you try to add a little touch of humor because people like someone that makes them happy, but it shouldn't be frequent. Okay, now the next one, you need to be cautious when dealing with new clients. Some people, when maybe, okay, let me use myself. Should I use myself for example? Okay, let me just give this illustration. Sometimes beautiful people come to me on my messenger space and then they are trying to make an outfit for their brother or for their father or whoever. So if I'm a stupid person, when I see a beautiful lady that says hello, dumb clothing, and then I'll not say hi, sweetheart. Like, seriously, I've rubbished the business. I've rubbished. She's coming with the intention to do business, but now I've started adding some touch of romance to what I'm doing, and it is wrong. You can deviate that conversation that I've brought money, and then it enters something else. And even if at the end of the day she ends up buying, she will pay you below what, or he or she will pay you below what on a normal grounds should have been paid. And they will you now begin to consider, and please, as a business person, if you are getting messages from new people, prospects, please go straight to the point. Sound formal. Good evening, ma. You respond, good evening, sir. How are you doing? I'm good. And you don't, then if they now say, okay, you're doing this business, I want to do this, I want to do that, you say, okay, I do this way, I do this that way. Not, okay, bye, take care, do have a lovely day, sweet good night, sweet dreams. Please, 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 it is a threat to you. It is a threat to you. Okay, that's the summary of it all, is that you just have to be formal when selling. You just have to be formal when selling. When they have bought and then maybe they are trying to give you their review and they are sounding excited, hey, you can now come in and then come and be excited with them. But when you have not hammered that money, please be formal. Thank you. Now understand timing when making posts. Some people come. Now there's something I've discovered from my experience, and what I've discovered is that it's not at every time of the day that is convenient for you to advertise as a business person. You don't come early, very early in the morning by 4 a.m. when people are just waking up. And because I said you should attach humor to your online space, you are writing a funny post. Nobody's going to laugh. We are all waking up and we are feeling moody. So you don't come and put up a comedy stuff. At that early morning, what if you are advertising anything? If you are advertising anything, it should be something that has to be encouraging, motivational. That is what you do. If you must sell that early morning, it must be something that has to be motivational, something that has to be encouraging, because they are about to hit the road, they are about to move out of their houses to face a busy day. So just give them a touch of encouragement. Now, the best time for you to sell, the best time for you to grab your prospects is between the hours of 11 to 6, or between the hours of 12 to 5, just that noon, because that's the period when everybody's spending. Everybody is spending in the real world. So if you can bring up your business at that time and then tactfully advertise, like someone will ask you, how much for this shoe? And then you respond. You don't wait for people till 10 o'clock in the night and then you come to advertise. People are finished spending, no money for you. Know when you are going to advertise. It's not, I'm not saying that you can't sell in the night, you can sell at night, but the sales will be low. It will be low because at that point a lot of people have made expenses, some people have misplaced money, some people have been cheated in the market. So you are trying to come and take another money from them, they'll just laugh over your post and go. So understand timing when making your post or making your advert. Now, the next one, communicate your moods. When I talk about communicating your moods, if you feel excited about something, about your product, about whatever, if at a particular time of the day you feel this type of joy in your heart, please, if you are advertising, advertise with that same joy, advertise with that same happiness. Okay, advertise with that same joy, advertise with that same happiness. If you feel excited about something, advertise with that same excitement.
All right, so it seems our speaker had a little bit of network issues, but I believe he's going to sort that out in a few minutes. Okay, how's the session been so far? At my end, I've been enjoying it, I've been following it, even though my camera was turned off for a while. I was still part of the program, following, enjoying, and learning so much. And I've been seeing our comments, I've been highlighting them, making some of them to show on the screen, and it's been amazing. So let's wait for our guest speaker to fix his network connection. But while we're waiting for him, how's the session been so far? What's your like if we end the session now because this is 7:54, so it has barely 6 minutes to wrap up. What's your take home point? Like what have you learned about taking your business online, the challenges you face and how to sort them out? What is the one thing you've learned so far? Okay, our speaker is back in the house and I'm going to hand over to him.
All right, thank you very much. I think there was a little disruption from the network. All right, from the last thing I was talking about communicating your moods. If you feel happy and you want to make an advert, please make a happy advert. But avoid expressing your sad adverts, please. When you're sad, don't push out things that will make people to be sad too. When I talk about communicating your moods, communicate your moods in your captions, in your write-ups. Make people to be happy when you're happy. Trust me, there's nothing like, how can I add a laughing emoji to my write-up? Won't it belittle me as a business? Please put that emoji if that is how you feel at that point in time. Put that laughing face. It's going to make people laugh. Trust me, it's just like the way I'm talking with I'm engaging in this class. If I am feeling very excited right now and then I'm just talking like this, okay, try to sell your business and do this, and it's going to be so boring and you're not going to. But I'm trying to communicate my moods because I feel excited about this session, I feel excited about the CIB. Okay, now the next thing that you need to do as a business person, I think that's going to, okay, she steps from the last, is you're going to try to own a page. Your business needs to have a page on the Facebook platform. Okay, a working page. A Facebook page is important because most people know Dom Clothing, but not everybody knows Miracle Dominic. So your business, your brand, whatever you're doing, needs to have a page. Now, from your page, you can now share things to your timeline from time to time. The reason is because when people are serious about doing business, they go and look for the business name. Okay, and that page makes your business look formal. It makes it look like you're serious. Well, even when you hit 5,000 friends on Facebook, your page can carry any number. So even if you don't post on your page regularly, please just own that page. Own the page. Then if you are too busy as a business person, there are social media managers that can handle your page for you. You can grow it and you can begin to leverage on it, begin to make money from it, begin to make use of the ads and all that. Now you need to have an Instagram account. An Instagram account is very, very important as a business person because Instagram is where people go for pictures, and that is where your quality come in, and that is where people, in fact, permit me to say that Instagram is where you get very high paying clients, because when
True.
someone frequently goes on Instagram with the high cost of data, then they are ready to spend on what you're doing. Okay, it is very, very important as a business person. So if you are getting a business name, please get a page, get a logo. Yes, when I was talking about the plagiarism, one way you can one yeah when I was talking about the plagiarism, I talked about getting a logo, attaching a logo to what you're doing. Don't come and be telling me, this person stole my picture, or this is it's me that did this work. No, no. If you are going to feel pain by plagiarism, please just put your logo, okay? If plagiarism is going to hurt you real bad, always attach your logo to what you're doing. Because when people steal your picture, even if they crop out that logo, it means they have intentionally done that plagiarism. Okay, so your logo is very important. Your logo is like the spirit of your business. It gives your business a respect, it gives your business a face. A face. Your face is not the face of your business. The logo is the face of your business. So you need to own a logo and all that. Now, the last, okay, I think that's all. Now, the summary of the whole thing is that when you take your business online, there are a lot of benefits. Your personal value grows. People don't talk to you anyhow. Trust me, when you have a business space on online, people don't talk to you anyhow. And then when you're now having engagements, when you're having sales, people don't insult you, because already people have seen that this guy knows what he's doing. You're talking about the same brand in different ways. That's intelligence. So people respect that. Now, at the same time, when you take your business on the online, your value, that like the worth of your products grows. People that are willing to pay you, like, normally people might want to pay you lesser, but when people that know your worth, when people see the quality of what you're doing, when they connect with you on the social media, what someone else that is in his shop that doesn't care about taking his business online might be selling at a 4K price, you can comfortably on the social media platform build 30K. And even if there is a bargain, it lands at 20. But that is the same thing someone does elsewhere and is earning little because you are making use of the social media space. And permit me to say that most of the big brands you're seeing online that are having a lot of engagements, their major concern is not that engagement. They are not coming to oppress you. Why they are coming is that they want to make money. So just have it at the back of your mind that everybody that has a business online wants to make money. So you yourself must be there to make money. You're not going to be like, wow, this guy has a lot of likes on Instagram. How can one person have 20 something thousand likes? No, that is not your major concern. They are advertising, they want to make money. Coca-Cola wants to make money. Oraimo wants to make money. A lot of brands want to make money. So why are you not making money as a business person? So it's your fault. Now, that is why I said take your business online. And then the last thing I would say is that
Hi. Are you seeing me?
We can see you. We can see you. But
Good
I was,
evening.
good evening. It's great to have you. But I was trying to let Miracle Dominic wrap up his session. Okay. So
Yes,
we're excited to
yes.
see you in the house already. It's 8 o'clock. It's time for your session. But I don't know if Miracle is done yet. I think he was still wrapping up when he had network issues. Okay.
You
Okay,
should
he's
wrap up.
back. I
Yeah,
can
let
see
him
him. He's back.
let him
Let me add
come.
him back so you wrap up.
Yeah.
All right. Our CEO is back.
Okay. Good to see you.
my session is over, right?
Go ahead.
I don't know. I guess my session is over, right?
They're waiting for you to wrap up. We were still speaking before you left, so we're waiting for you to conclude your session. It's like this 1 hour was small. How can we give a whole CEO 1 hour? We should have given you 3 hours. I don't think you can hear me. Oh my goodness. I think the network is bad. All right. So it's been an amazing session with the CEO of Dom's Clothing. We've learned so much tonight. I've been seeing your active participation, your comments. It's been amazing tonight. Yesterday was awesome. And today you came back again, very active. making the session even more lively. So thank you all so much for participating. You can start dropping your take-home point from the session as we welcome our next speaker on board. So we just wrapped up a session on taking your business online and the challenges you will face, and it was amazing. Now, our second session is going to be handled by the confidence doctor, Mesoma Elechuku. Now, let me just read her bio so that we can anticipate her session. Now, I'm going to be reading it from my laptop. So, who is Mesoma Elechuku, popularly known as the confidence doctor? Mesoma Elechuku is a purpose-driven lady, a pace setter, and an ardent goal-getter. She is an enthusiastic public speaker with so much vigor and power in her voice. Her voice has created the desired influence, impact, and income in her niche. She is popularly known as the confidence doctor. Just like the doctor that helps you stay healthy, Mesoma gives you a listening ear to your confidence plight and powerful tips that would help you build a healthy, solid, and unshakable confidence to thrive. Mesoma Elechuku hosts Time Out to the Confidence Doctor and Ask the Confidence Doctor both on her Facebook community and timeline. She's an alumni, Talk General's Training School, I Speak Diction and Social Polish Academy, Gloria Robson Imaging Castle, to mention but a few. She was the convener of the Complete Woman Bootcamp 2020, an online conference attended by over 200 women where she hosted speakers doing excellently well in their industries to teach women how to be complete. She was also the convener of Confident and Complete Conference, CCC 2021, a global conference aimed at making confidence people complete. Mesoma Elechuku runs School of Confidence, an online school aimed at transforming your confidence and self-esteem towards greatness. This school has helped many build the required confidence, self-worth, self-esteem, and courage to live the life of their dreams. Her School of Confidence is a one-on-one coaching session where successful graduates are certified lions and lionesses. She is the founder of Lions and Lionesses Network, House of Confidence, a Facebook community created to connect lions and lionesses around the globe. Mesoma, being an exceptional public speaker and one who is absolutely phenomenal and famous in the confidence niche, has graced so many platforms, including the present one. She is a certified mentor at Parkway Mentors Hub. She's also a great motivator who depicts excellence and resilience. As a passionate mentor, she helps people to gain clarity and aid them get back to their feet in their low moments. Beautifully, Mesoma Elechuku is also a music minister and a Christ activist. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our second speaker tonight, Miss Mesoma Elechuku, the confidence doctor, as she teaches us on the topic secrets to becoming a highly confident person. Like, I'm so excited. Our bio alone is enough to get you excited. Secrets to becoming a highly confident person. In today's world, we see a lot of people who have inferiority complex, who have low self-esteem, who keep doubting every step they take. Today, I made a post on Facebook about fear. And these are one of the signs of low self-esteem, of lack of confidence. But today, Mesoma Elechuku will be telling you how to become a highly confident person. To achieve great things in life, you need confidence. It is not something that is optional, it is compulsory. So let's welcome the confidence doctor. Welcome,
Good
ma'am. It's great to
evening.
have you in the house tonight.
Thank you so much for that warm welcome. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Okay, so thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm really grateful. Thank you so much. And I want
We are
to
honored.
celebrate what you're doing. Thank you so much for putting
Thank
this
you.
up. You know, I've been following, and me myself, I've been learning so much. And so today we're going to be learning about secrets to becoming a highly confident person. I don't know, I can see their comments. Okay, so thank you so much, everybody, for being here tonight. Who is ready to learn how to build confidence? Some of the things you're going to hear here are not things I normally share just anyhow.
Some of those things I share them in School of Confidence, and people pay to hear them. So you're very privileged to be here this evening, and I can't even wait to
Thank
pour out myself.
you. Thank you so
Okay,
much. I'm excited.
same here. Okay, so I'll start with defining what this confidence is before we move over to those secrets. So first of all, confidence, like most people know that confidence is faith, confidence is assurance, confidence is faith, confidence is assurance, and confidence is belief. Okay, so this belief can be on anything at all. It can be on God, it can be on anybody. You can say you believe in your friend, you can say you believe in something. Now, this is what confidence is: simply belief, it's simply assurance. Now, self-confidence is belief in yourself, in everything that makes you who you are, everything that makes you Mesoma, everything that makes you Chioma, everything that makes you Nanya. Okay, your strengths, your weaknesses, your color, everything. Okay, that is you believing in everything that makes you who you are. Now, I would like to be defining a lot of things under confidence so that you can be able to understand what confidence is all about. Because if I tell you what confidence is and I don't tell you what self-esteem is, I don't tell you what self-worth is, and I don't tell you what courage is, you will not be understanding what I'm saying. So now, self-esteem is regard. Okay, you regarding something, you esteeming something. Now we have self-worth. Self-worth is the value you place on something. Is the value you place on something. And I'm going to be using something as an example. Okay, so this is a jotter, and I regard this as a jotter. It's a jotter. I esteem this as a jotter. Now, self-worth is when I place worth on this jotter. I'm going to link it to yourself. For example, you can esteem the fact that you can draw, okay? But when you place worth on that thing, when you place value on that your drawing scale, that is when you're exhibiting self-worth. And again, it's not just about money, it's not just about the price of your services and all that. It's also about what you deserve. Worth also entails what you deserve. Okay, Choma, are you still here? Okay, so self-worth is the value you place on something, and self-esteem is regard. Now, for you to be able to place worth on anything, you need to first of all regard something before you place worth on it. Okay, now the next thing we have is courage. Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? I can't even see Shoma. I can't even see whether you guys can hear me. Okay, can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay, so we have courage. Okay, let me start with courage. Courage is you being able to do something even in the midst of fear. Is that mental strength to do things, whether you're afraid or not. It's not the absence of fear. It's you being able to do what you're supposed to do, even if you are afraid. Okay, and that is the kind of thing that David had. So now we also have we have self-confidence, we have courage, we have self-esteem, and we have self-worth. And I've explained with this jotter and even yourself. Okay, if you have services, it's okay to esteem and say, I'm a fashion designer. I regard that I can design, I can make people look good. But it's another thing for you to say, okay, I place worth on this thing. So I'm going to be charging people this particular amount of money to help them come up with good designs for their clothes. And it's another thing to also say that it's also about what you deserve. So you don't let people treat you anyhow because you know your worth as a fashion designer. So as a person, you first of all need to build your self-esteem. You first of all need to build your self-esteem. You first of all need to regard yourself. And that regard comes from the scriptures, knowing who you are in Christ. So you first of all need to regard yourself. Self-esteem before self-worth, courage, and then confidence. So it's important that you know that there are steps to this thing. Okay, you don't just jump into building confidence. You need to first of all regard yourself and then place worth on yourself before you build confidence. Now, I'm going to be debunking a lot of misconceptions about confidence before I go ahead to tell you the secrets, because if I don't debunk them, you're not going to understand. You will feel like this confidence is meant for a certain kind of people, in as much as I know that confidence. However,
people that you're seeing doing great things today, they still build that confidence despite the background where they came from and everything they have been through. Now, one of the first misconceptions I'm going to debunk is the fact that people think that confidence is pride. Let's even start from there, because most times when I show up and I ask people questions, they ask is, why do people think that confidence is pride? It's very rampant, and I need to explain this thing, that confidence does not mean that you will be feeling extremely important, treating others anyhow. Okay, this is just you feeling good about yourself, esteeming others, esteeming yourself, but you understand that you are also important and you treat yourself fine too. Okay, so it's not you feeling extremely important, being rude to others, and treating others less. So confidence is not pride, and we can see that difference when we talk about David and Goliath. So David was small, seeing Goliath as huge as he is, and Goliath was so proud, full of himself. But you see, David was still recognizing the place of God, to show you that no matter the kind of confidence he had, he still understood that without God, he could not achieve anything. So that difference can be seen in that story, that biblical story of David and Goliath. Now, like, confidence is not you talking to others rudely, it's not you putting others down. You respect others. Healthy confidence, it's easy for you to treat other people right. It's only proud people, and it's people that have pride, that have low self-esteem. Because why do you feel the need to put others down to feel good about yourself? If you have a healthy confidence, you have no business with putting other people down. So confidence is not pride, okay? And I want you to understand something, that low self-esteem is not righteousness. The fact that you are shy, you can't talk in public, you hate yourself, you are timid, is not righteousness. It's not what God wants for you. Okay, so God wants you to feel okay. God wants you to do great things, and He knows that if your confidence is not intact, you will not be able to do those things. So low self-esteem is not righteousness. Okay, so when God has said you're a royal priesthood, a chosen generation, and all that, if you don't believe in those things, you're a sinner. Let me even say it, you're sinning. Because if you say you're a Christian and you're using the Bible to do miracles, you trust what God has said about you in the Bible, but when it comes to what God has said about you, you don't believe it because you're having low self-esteem. You're a sinner. Sorry. Okay, so low self-esteem is not righteous, it's not righteousness. And you're fearfully and wonderfully made. If you don't believe this, you are not doing the right thing. Okay, so I was with somebody that uploaded a picture, and the person was like, have you seen an ugly person today? And he has been doing that thing. So I know he's joking, but the thing people don't understand, that the body sometimes do not understand jokes at times. So if you're saying some negative things to yourself, your body is taking that thing, and that is what you're going to be giving out. So you have to be careful the things you say to yourself. So I had to call his attention, and he was not telling me that that is a joke. But I told him that you should be careful, because when you are joking with yourself with things like that, you don't even know that it's getting to you. And of course, it will show one day. So you have to be careful the kind of words you speak to yourself. It's very, very important. And now let me give you an example of how God feels when you look down on yourself. If you put so much effort in getting something done, if you put so much, let's say your book or anything, you put so much effort to get something done, and then you show somebody that thing. Maybe you have gone extra miles to make sure that thing is nice, and then you show someone that thing, and the person is looking at that thing, and the person is like, oh, it's not nice. The person is talking down on that thing. How would you feel? So this is not even going to exactly picture how God feels when you talk down on yourself. But I want you to understand that He has put so much in you. He went extra mile to make you what you are today. And then, so when you're talking down on yourself, He doesn't feel good about it. So I said before that low self-esteem is not righteousness. So if you're here and you're thinking that when I talk down on myself, when people talk to me rudely and I'm not assertive enough to tell them to stop, that is righteousness, being timid. There's a thin line between this thing, okay? It's not you being assertive all the time. I always tell people that you being assertive, you being able to express yourself, is different from knowing when to talk. So it's not every time that someone does something, you talk. In fact, if you are overly assertive, you have issues with confidence, because it's not everything that demands your attention. Just like someone that is running a race and then someone says something, you stop to listen to what everybody says instead of going where you're going. People are running ahead of you and you're there talking about something. Only when you know that if you don't speak up, the thing is going to continue or it's going to cause more problems, that is when you should speak up. So confident people are wise. They know when to talk. They know when not to talk. Okay, so that's by the way. Another thing is that some people think that confidence is meant for extroverts, and it's because they think that you being able to, you're in the room, you're warm, everybody knows you are there, you talk to everybody, you can jump up, you're overly excited. They think that is what confidence is. That's not true. I can mention a lot of people that are introverts that are doing well today. I can mention them. Edrin Edewo, Pastor Mildred, I myself, you may not believe, Shao, you may not believe though. So confidence is not meant for extroverts. It's not you shouting, it's not you being so warm. If you see someone, you're jumping up. If you're not like that, that is not the issue. Okay, you can be an introvert and still build confidence. Don't say because you're an introvert, you won't do great things. You can't come up live like this. You can't do anything great because you feel like, oh, I'm not like other people that can talk for hours and all that. So confidence is not meant for extroverts. Confidence is something meant for everybody. You know why? Because for everybody God has created, there's something God has put inside of you. So when you feel that because of your personality that you can't do those great things, it's an insult to God, because He has invested so much on you. And He knows your personality type. He knows. So what you should do, if you're not someone that talks too much, you're not a sanguine, you're not extroverted in any way. Now, when it's time for you to talk, do you still talk, or do you say, I'm not an extrovert? You keep quiet. That is lack of confidence. So I know that sanguines talk a lot, but when it's time for you to talk as an introvert, do you still talk or do you keep quiet? That is the difference. So when it's time for you to talk, you keep quiet. That just shows you lack confidence. So it's not meant for extroverts, okay? Another thing is that confidence is not self-esteem. I've mentioned it before, and I will tell you the difference between the two. So self-esteem is you regarding yourself, and then confidence is you believing in yourself. So it's not the same thing. You need to first of all regard yourself before you believe in yourself. So you cannot first of all believe in something you don't regard. You have to regard yourself before you believe in yourself. There's no regard yourself before you believe in yourself. So confidence is not self-esteem. And I've told you what self-worth is. It's about what you deserve, and it's also about the value you place on yourself. So you can regard something and not place value on it.
All right, so our guest is having, I think, a bit of network issues, but I believe she'll connect really soon. Okay, she's back.
Can you hear me? Okay.
We can hear you. Great to have you back.
I was saying that I'm a primary stress, and I know that some people, they can sing, they know they can sing. But when you tell them to come and sing, they are running away. They are not yet placed worth on that thing. They don't even know what they deserve. So if you can regard something and not place worth on it. So also learn that. The fact that you know that you can sing, you can dance, you can draw, you can do anything, you can write, is different from you placing worth on that thing. And you need the two. You need to esteem what you can do and still place worth on it. So if you know what you can do, if you know what you deserve, you won't let people treat that skill anyhow. So when I charge people for what I do, it's because I place worth on what. I will tell you this story. Yesterday, someone called me and he was asking me some questions about skill of confidence. From the questions he was asking me, I knew that this was going to be arriving somewhere. So he was trying to interview me about skill of confidence, and I was just telling him. He asked me how many, what do we do there? I think he was surprised to hear that there's something called school of confidence. So I was trying to explain to him, of course, you can't be asking me what I'm doing and I won't know. So I was telling him, and then he asked me one question that made me laugh. He asked me, do I make money? Do I make money from School of Confidence? I didn't even, if not that it was a professional discussion, the one I would have laughed there, because I don't understand. Like, do I make money? How? I make money, and that is because I place worth on what I do. It's easy for me to say that okay, confidence is not popular, it's not something they used to hear like that, and I'll just relax. But because I've placed work on it, I've done what I've done with confidence niche, and I'm still doing. So I told him, yes, so I used to make money. I used to make money, self. So I was just telling him, and that was how the discussion went on. So you see, you have to place worth on what you're doing after you've regarded that you can do something. And another thing I like you to know is that confidence does not make you less of a human being. So when people are going through hard times, and I tell them, oh yeah, cry. After crying, you feel better. It's better for you. This is better. Like, but I thought I have confidence. I thought I should be strong. Or when they cry, they'll feel like, oh, I shouldn't cry because I've built confidence. Some of them in SOC, School of Confidence, they'll not feel like because I've built confidence, I shouldn't cry. I shouldn't feel bad. You know, they're beating themselves up easily, and they forget that sometimes, me too, I used to cry. It does not make me less of a confident person. Sometimes you need to cry to let out your emotions. You need to cry to feel better. Men cry too. It does not make you less of who you are. It does not make you less of a confident person. But when after you're done crying, what else? Do you now stay there for 1 week on top one matter, or do you move on? So confidence does not make you less of a human being. Now, well, let's get over to the secrets. So if you have stayed up to this point, congratulations. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to tell you about building self-confidence, and that thing is the foundation, is the fact that without God, you will build pride. Is either you build pride or you eventually don't even build confidence at all. So your relationship with God is the foundation. Okay, so I tell people that if you have a close relationship with God, 50% of your confidence will be there. Like it will come up, because you will stop listening to the lies of the devil. You need to see yourself the way God sees you. Nobody determines your worth anymore. God determines your worth by then. But that does not mean that you will now feel like, okay, so since God determines my worth, I'm not going to take School of Confidence. I'll just be there reading my Bible. I'll just be there praying, and that would be my. Some people think that way. I've seen someone come to Facebook, and a person was like, forget about this confidence course, forget about this personal development, whatever. If you want to build your confidence, just go and pray, just go and study the Bible. The person is not lying, you. Person is not lying. But you cannot, it's not all about, there's still some things to learn. God will not come down and craft your affirmations for you. God will not come down and how will I put it, and hold your mind to say, I won't think anything negative. God will not do those things for you. You need somebody to hold you accountable. You need to read books. You need to help yourself. Nobody got better overnight. Person worked on themselves. So you have to work on yourself. Your relationship with God is very key. It's a foundation. Okay, so people come to SOC and they're telling me, okay, I'm a Christian, but I still have confidence issues. Why? There is more to confidence. It's not just to go and pray for hours. I don't know if you get. So you have to work on your relationship with God first. And you have to, if you are somebody that don't pray, you will have issues with your confidence. Because trust me, that this confidence will come out from the place of prayer. So prayer is very important. And this one is not about praying in the morning and praying in the night. Being in constant communication with God. Okay, it's very important. And then studying the word is very important for you to begin to see your work through the eyes of God. So the other day I did a TikTok video, and I was sharing affirmations that you can say from the Bible. People were shocked. They are like, okay, I didn't even know I can affirm with the Bible. How can? Bible, that's even where we are doing these things from. So it's a foundation. Another thing you need to know when it comes to secrets to building confidence is self-discovery. Self-discovery. You need to discover yourself. So how can you believe in something you don't know? It's not possible. You can't believe in something you don't know. So you need to know your strengths, your weaknesses, Can you believe that I went to a school one day and I was asking them the meaning of their names, and very few persons told me the meaning of their names. And they were kids though. They don't know the meaning of their name. But you know other people's name. You even know, in fact, you know people. You can tell us now how every of your friend behaves, but you don't know yourself. You don't even know what you can do per time. So yourself is another book you need to study if you want to build confidence. You have to work on discover your strengths, things you can do well. What do people normally tell you if they come to a place and they're like, okay, Cynthia, you can do this better than all of us here. You do this well. They compliment you all the time about this thing. Those are your strengths, things you do effortlessly. Those are your strengths. You have to maximize them. You have to work on, if you find out that you can write, take courses on writing. Don't say, oh, because I'm the best writer, you will just be there. You have to polish those things, polish your strengths. If you can speak, go and take public speaking courses. And I'm not very concerned about your weaknesses here. Your weaknesses is important to work on them, but I'm not so concerned about them. You know why? Because what will help you build confidence is your strengths, not even your weaknesses. Now, the beautiful thing about this is that if you're maximizing your strengths, if you're using it, the right set of people that can complement you, that is, they can come with their own strengths and complement that weakness. They can help you. For example, if you can, let me use myself as an example. If I can speak more than I write. I don't like writing. Sorry, Choma, your writing coach. Okay. So I prefer to speak, okay, than write. But I still write because I know the importance of writing. Now, that makes, I can go live or like I can do plenty videos and all that. That's my strength. But when I write, I still give some people to look at it, edit and all that. So, see, when I'm using my strengths, people that can help me with those weaknesses will come around. That's just how it was. But if you're just there, you don't even know your strengths. You're just there, nothing. You just know, okay, you're I don't know, it's Choma. You're Cynthia. You're the first child of your parents. You are this, you're that. You don't have any other thing apart from knowing that you are the first child. No purpose yet. Not found it. No passions. No strengths. Nothing. You don't even know anything about yourself. And it will be so bad that you don't even know the meaning of your name. Now, do you know why it's important that you know the meaning of your name when it comes to building confidence? People don't know this. The meaning of your name helps you build confidence. Now, here's how it works. If your name, the same way that people say the meaning of their names can help them when it comes to praying, that is the same way it helps you in your confidence journey. So if my name is Precious, my English name is Precious. Now, I'm more confident knowing that I'm precious. I do precious things. If my name is Favor, I'm more confident knowing that Favor follows me. So it's important to know the meaning of your name. Don't just stay there and say, it's not my business. So I'll be answering Sharon, Cynthia, Sandra. You should know the meaning. You should know the meaning. Honestly, I was shocked that I asked some people and they don't know. And now, when it comes to self-discovery, self-knowledge, knowing yourself, you need to ask people, get genuine feedback from people. The interesting thing you need to know is that some people, they know you more than they know themselves. So they are very quick to tell you what you can do per time, but they don't even know what they can do. So get genuine feedback from people. It will help you. And at times, just take time to sit with yourself, ask yourself questions, do a lot of journaling. What are you thinking? What always runs through your mind? Some people, they are up and down, but they can never sit down one place. And sometimes it's their personality. You're too extroverted, I don't know when to sit down. So you have to sit down and think about yourself, ask yourself questions. Okay, so it's very important. Now, after you have discovered this thing, you need to discover your purpose, the reason God created you. Please don't tell me you don't have any purpose, because everybody does. God is an investor. God does not waste resources. So whether you're born out of wedlock, so far he has brought you here. If he did not want you to come, he would have killed you since. In fact, they will talk and say, miscarriage happened. If he did not want it, it's easy. But for him to put you here, there's a reason. And don't tell me, oh, it's very small. The purpose is very small when you find it. Because if I had said, okay, that confidence is nothing, and then I relax, confidence, you people will not be seeing me here today. You won't even be learning these things you're learning. So don't say that it's too small. What God needs from you is to use the one He has given you. No matter how small it is, use the one He has given you. Now, you also need to know the things that your heart seriously born for, your passions. I teach my clients in SOC how to handle people that have different things that they're passionate about. Because that the fact that you're passionate about singing, passionate about anything, does not mean you will do everything at once. You have to know the seasons in your life. People see me and they're asking me. I don't even bring I don't bring half of what I do online. It's only most people know me here with confidence. It's just people that know that I have a lot I'm doing offline. Now, people will ask me, how do you do all these things? I don't do them at once. You have to know this every season in your life, what you need to be doing. And before you move to the next one, you've established something. So you have to learn how to handle different things that you're passionate about. Now, the next thing we're going to look at is self-love. Now, I know this one will put some people off. They don't like hearing it, that you love yourself.
I love myself.
They will preach against self-love. And I'm wondering, like, what is it? Is it that is bad? I don't even understand. And I kind of understand where they're coming from. Some of them feel like it can make you become selfish. That is not what I'm talking about. It can't make you become selfish unless you're a good person. It can't make you become selfish. This thing is just, when you have discovered yourself, you need to accept it and then love yourself. It's not even difficult. Now, I'm going to give you an example. And this example, I used to give this example to children. SOC for kids and teens, I used to give them this example. If you have a favorite clothes in your wardrobe, I'm very sure that when you want to wash clothes, and that clothes is among all those other clothes, you will bring out that one special. You bring it out. You wash it special. You spread it special. Everything. Because you love that clothes. Even if people say it's not fine. You just like that clothes. You like to wear. You like how it makes you feel. There's a way you will treat that clothes. There's a way you will treat that clothes. Even where you keep it to your wardrobe set, it will show that, oh, okay, she actually likes this clothes very well. Now, this is how you have to treat yourself. If you have discovered yourself, the next thing you need to do is to accept what you have discovered and then love what you have discovered about yourself. Them again. So let's even start from the fact that you need to eat well. I know you've read it, but the truth is, when you love something, you want to make that thing become good. You want to put so much effort to make that thing become what it should be. You have to eat well, and eating well is, most of everything is bad, junks and all that. You can eat junk, but you know that there's a limit to what you can do when it comes to junk. Vegetables, water, and all that. Trust me, you know the effect of junks, and you know that too much of it is bad, but you're still eating it. You have issues with self-love, and that's just the truth. Because if you genuinely love yourself, you will eat right. Now, the next thing is, mind your business. So it's very, very important. If you love yourself, you not put matter in things that don't concern you. I'm not saying you should just be there, not minding anything at all. No. But some things that are not really your business, please shift. If you love yourself, you're not going to be putting your mouth in things that don't concern you. You're not be creating trouble for yourself. And then rest well. Rest well. Do everything you want to do and find time to rest. Find time to make yourself happy. If you love worship songs, listen to them. Some people see all I do, and the funny thing is that eventually I'm able to come out successful in everything I do, and they are wondering, it's because I don't kill myself with work. I find time to rest. It's very, very important, and that is why God rested on the seventh day to teach us that no matter what you're doing, try to rest. It's very key. Try to rest so that you don't break down, because if you break down, God is never in need of people. So no matter what you're doing, and you're like, oh, I must finish it, even when you are breaking down. Trust me, if anything happens to you, God will find somebody else and invest in that person. The person will continue from where you start. But He still wants you to do it. So why don't you take care of yourself? Celebrate your wins. If you love yourself, you will celebrate your wins, no matter how small it is. And that's one thing I admire very much about Chioma. No matter how little it is, Chioma will tell you that this thing happened, and you celebrate it. So celebrate your wins, whether it's little. I don't even call it little, because where you are now, people want to be there. So celebrate your wins, okay? Now, I want you to understand something. I'm not said that, and I need to say it. If you find out that you have not experienced growth in any area of your life, and this year is about to run out, you've not experienced any form of growth, both spiritually, financially, do you know you have confidence issues? So it's the course you took since 2015. The world is evolving. You're not developing yourself. So if I'm here and it's the knowledge I have since that I'm using to coach my clients, you know I would have faded away since. So you have to develop yourself. If you're not experienced growth in every area of your life, any area of your life, then you have confidence issues. Because trust me, if you feel good about yourself, if you have good self-esteem, it will be easier for you to invest in yourself. You will choose to invest in yourself than buying bags and shoes. I know that, okay, as a lady, they will tell you, come and pay for this course. Advanced Skill Up Initiative is 5K, I think. Now they will tell you to pay 5K, and I say, it's too costly. Trust me, you have confidence issues. It's too costly. But if bag and shoe pass now, you buy it. The thing is, you have to understand that if you feel good about yourself, if you have a good self-esteem, you will choose to invest in yourself, something that can stand the test of time. In 5 years' time, you'll still be thanking yourself for taking that course. Not bag and shoe that even if it's Turkey that you buy. Some shoes I bought Turkey, I don't even wear them now again. So you have to know what you are doing. I'm not saying you can't look good. But trust me, if you love yourself, if you feel good about yourself, investing in yourself will not be a problem, no matter how much it is. So if they tell you 100,000, you will pay it, even if it's to pay instrumentally, because you know you value yourself and you deserve these things. So another thing you need to know under secrets to building confidence is the fact that you need to have values and standards. Values and standards. Qualities you stand by, qualities you esteem as a person. Standards, principles you live by. Don't be somebody that anything goes for. People can't even say the things you can do. Trust me, if people cannot say, if something lost here now, they will say it's you. But you are not a thief. You don't have standards, you don't have values. And you're less of a confident person. Because if you're a confident person, people should be able to know what you can do. Now, when it comes to values, you need to know the things you esteem, the things you're going to prioritize in your life. So I have a lot of things around me, but there are things I place value more on. Okay, God first. Now, some people, they can value their family more than God. They can value their career more than God. And that means that you can be in the workplace when it's time for church. So you have to know the things you value, things you esteem. And you have to set standards, principles that you live by. Don't just live your life anyhow. People should be able to know what you can do. They shouldn't be confused. Can you still hear me? I'm not seeing anything. Shoma, is she here? Okay. So the next thing we have is the right network. As a confident person, you need to know that everybody cannot be a friend. So in School of Confidence, I teach people that there are some people that are called family members. Some are called fans, FANS. Some are called fathers. Some are called friends. Some are called followers. Everybody cannot just be a friend. And there's this thing that Debunking normally says as a visionary. You need to, you show love to everybody. You love everybody, but you don't give everybody access. Okay? And some relationships are better off that if you are partners than that you emotionalize it. Most times it's when you emotionalize that relationship that things start messing up. So you need to know every kind of relationship in your life. It's not everybody. You can be friendly with them, but they're not in your space. They're just partners. Okay, so you have to know that there's a limit to all these things. Everybody cannot be a friend. You cannot just give everybody access to you. So the right relationships is very key. It's very, very key. And you cannot emotionalize every relationship. Know those that are your partners, know those that are your fans, your family members, and all that. So the right network is very important. If you want to build confidence, it's important that you know who you move with, who you and know the kind of people you move with, because some of them will come and be playing with you, and still be helping you and be reducing your confidence. They'll now call you names and they'll be laughing about it. So know the kind of people you move with. Okay. Another thing I like to see that is very key is the fact that you need to let go of your past. You need to let go of your past as a confident person. I want to be sure you can hear me. Okay. Okay. Now let go of your past. I need to teach you this thing. Everybody has a past. I have something I did before that I don't feel. If I remember it, I feel bad. However, I can't be living my life from my past. How? So some people, they are forgiving themselves. So they are forgiving them, people that offended them since. But you're living your life from your past. So if something is happening now in your present, you're like, oh, that time, because this person that did this thing was like this. Okay, this new person I'm meeting now will also be like this. You're living your life from your past. The past is not, you're not meant to live from your past. You're meant to learn. You're meant to learn from your past. And you learn the things, and God does not waste your pain. He does not waste those experiences. It may not be favorable, but he does not waste them. So what have you learned? Or are you just there being so bitter about it that your present can't even be okay again because you're living your life from your past? You should be more concerned about your future and your present. Okay, so when like it's called past, it has to be past though. Past should be past. So you don't live life from your past, you learn from it. Okay, now when it comes to self-worth, there are three things I need you to know under self-worth that is very, very key. Self-worth, the value you place on yourself and how much you deserve. Now the first thing I need you to understand under self-worth is the fact that you are rare. You are rare. There is nobody else like you. Yes, so you can have twins, but they are not the same thing. So when you understand that you are rare, that is why gold is very precious. That is why people place worth on gold. Now, likewise, have you seen somebody that is like you? Complete person can look like you, but person is not you. Do you understand me? Nobody is like you, so you are rare. And that rare nature should help you build confidence. The fact that you are rare should help you build confidence, knowing that nobody is like you. Okay? And then the next thing you need to understand when it comes to self-worth is purpose. Purpose of a thing makes it valuable. So the purpose of something makes it valuable. A cup is used for drinking water. So that is what we know cup is used for. Now, because we know that is what cup is used for, we place value on cup. That is why people go out on the road and they pick money. It's wrong, right? But why you don't pick money? They pick money because they know money has value. So understand that the purpose of a thing makes it valuable. So the reason God has created you, he did not, like I said before, he did not just say, okay, since it's just out of wedlock, let's just drop her on earth. Nothing. Like he didn't invest anything in you. God is not like that. He does not waste resources. You know how much it took to create you. And then after everything being so detailed about creating you, he just puts you without investing anything in you. It's not possible. So you need to discover your purpose. It's very, very important. The reason God created you. And also understand that your owner makes you valuable. The third thing you need to understand when it comes to self-worth is that your owner makes you valuable. Now, who is your owner? God owns you. I'm going to be giving you this example. If you see a woman that is selling meat pie on the road, 100 naira, most times because of the way she's carrying it, the way she's looking, some people will still go and bargain and tell her 50 naira, right? Now, when you walk to Mr. Biggs or any other big restaurant, do you bargain? Anything they tell you, you pay. My friend was even telling me they even sell 5,000 naira bottled water. She was screaming. In fact, she left there with only one thing. And she didn't even bargain, because if you look at the quality of the place you are, you can't be bargaining. Somebody told me, okay, that he went to barb his hair and then they told him the price. And he looked at where he was. He saw, okay, this is really worth it. The service and everything was so amazing and he had to pay. But if he goes to somewhere else where they're doing something less, the way he will even bargain, because you know that these people, oh, if I do it anyhow, so I'll pay you anyhow. Do you understand? So your owner makes you valuable. So if God owns you, why should you feel less? Do you understand this? Why should you feel less if God owns you? Understand that God owns you, so there's no need for you to feel less than yourself. Now, when it comes to self-worth, you can step it up. You can increase your worth as a person. How do you do this? You can do this by developing yourself. Now, I'm going to use SOC for an example. School of Confidence is not where it used to be before. We had our 1-year anniversary on September 20th. Now, the things that is making me, SOC was one time 4,000 naira, 5,000 naira, but now SOC is 15K. Now, why it is like that is because we are increasing, we are growing. Step up yourself. You can develop yourself. I've invested so much in SOC and I deserve to charge whatever I charge. So when it comes to self-worth, it's important that you step it up, and you step it up through personal development. How many, since this year began, what have you done to grow in any area of your life? What have you done? How have you grown so far? Or are you still where you were last year? You have to step up your self-worth through personal development, okay? Another thing that you need to work on to build confidence, very, very key, is your background. I always ask people in SOC when they come, I ask them to tell me their background. Tell me anything you know about where you came from. Because what people don't know is that these things affect you, either positively or negatively. The kind of parenting you got, the kind of environment you grew up in. So if you grow up in where they say, okay, the least we can go in this house is just your first degree. You can't, master's is for people that have too much money, or PhD is for people that don't even know what they are doing. They don't know that it's not all about PhD, that kind of talk. If you grew up there, trust me, no matter how much confidence you build, you still need to work on your mindset. Because here it's not, this confidence is not helping this one. You need to deal with those background limitations first. I may say, oh, it does not affect me again. No. Check one day you will see that it's still affecting you. So what kind of background do you come from? What kind of parenting did you get? So how you will know this is, whenever you want to achieve anything, ask yourself, what is this thing I want to achieve? Write it down. And then, do you know that it's difficult most times to achieve anything you see that somebody has not modeled to you before? If you've not had anybody model something to you before, achieving it, for example, this master stuff, if nobody in your house has gone past first degree, if you want to go from your masters, it won't be very easy for you to do that. You need to deal with those background limitations, okay? So ask yourself, has anybody modeled this thing to me before? If nobody in your house has ever modeled it, or anybody around you has ever modeled this thing to you, there's a lot of work to do. Yes, because if you don't have someone that has shown you the way, you might be having a difficult time. Now, if you have somebody that has modeled it to you, how well has the person done that? Was the person successful? Ask yourself these questions to deal with those background limitations. How well has a person modeled this thing to you? And now after that, you need to know that when you have understood that there are some limitations you have coming from your background, the kind of background you come from, now you need to get very close to God on this. Of course, you should be close to God, but this time around, you need to go closer to God and Ask him to help you. Find people that have achieved that thing. Make them your friends and learn from them. Because like I said before, it's difficult for you to achieve something that nobody has modeled to you before. So meet people that have achieved that thing and get close to them, get close to God. Because of course, getting close will help you. It will help you be telling you things how to do it, and it will be building your confidence too. So meet also people that have achieved. That is why mentors are very important, coaches are important. So if you want to be a writer, a well-known writer, and nobody around you has modeled writing, influential writing, not just writing anyhow. This one I'm talking about, writing that can earn you millions. Now you need to get close to people that can do it and let them help you. Okay. Now, when you are done with this thing, also document your wins. Any progress you make, document it and celebrate yourself. It will help you. The more you're celebrating your wins, the more it's helping you to get better. Okay. So another thing is I have to be very, very positive. Be very, very positive. Okay. So no matter, and I'm telling you that you should check your background, know the kind of background you came from, and know that if you have a background that couldn't help your confidence, there's a lot of work to do. Does not mean that you should become negative about it. Okay. This is just to help your mindset. It's just one of the things we do in SOC to help your mindset. Because the truth is, like I said before, if you have not had somebody that has modeled it to you before, there's a lot of work to do. And you need to connect with the right people to help you. So I want to see your comments. Thank you so much, everybody. Choma is still here. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Funai. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you, Amarachi. Yes, you don't live from your past. You learn from it. You don't live from your past, you learn from it. Some of you are still, things that happened in the past. You are still using it to live your future and your present. It has passed though, and there is more to you. You can't still be there being bitter about something. You also need to forgive yourself as much as you forgive others that have hurt you. If you did something you didn't like before and you forgave people that did it with you, what about yourself? Some of you are so good, so good to people, but when it comes to yourself, you treat yourself anyhow. And I always say this thing: if you find it easy to forgive others, and then when it comes to yourself, you're very strict. You don't want to forgive yourself. You don't even treat yourself nicely. See, you're less of a good person. The fact that you treat other people nicely, and then when it gets to yourself, you treat yourself anyhow, you are less of a good person. Trust me, because why do you feel like you should be perfect? Those people you forgave, they were not perfect, and you had mercy on them, you forgave them. But when it came to yourself, you became so bitter about it and so strict about it. So it's important that you forgive yourself. Okay, self-forgiveness is another thing. No matter what has happened before, you should be more focused on your present and your future. It's very, very important. So thank you so much, everybody. Document your wins. Yes, no matter how little it is, document your wins. Any step you are taking to get better, celebrate yourself at that stage, because some people want to be like you. Thank you, CEO Ebenezer. Thank you so much. Say, learn from your past, don't live with it. If you do, you keep regretting the errors in them. Okay. Now, I'm John. I can't see the host. Trying to reach out to her. So thank you so much, everybody, once again. Please, if you have questions, do ask so I can attend to them before I go. So Daniel said, invest in yourself than investing in material things. Yes. And I know I teach my clients to at times get themselves gifts, even if it's something as little as ice cream or anything that's not really so expensive. But see, if you need to understand that you need to prioritize things. So what is more important to you? Is it bags and shoes, or is it something that you can look back at in years' time and you're grateful that you went for it? Okay, so you have to understand that you are your greatest asset, you're your greatest investment, and nothing is too much for you to invest in yourself. Trying to read your comments. Yes, without God, you build pride and no confidence. Without God, you build pride and no confidence. Because if you look at David, you find out that David, no matter, he said, if I was able to kill bears, the God who helps me to kill the bears will help me kill lion. And that's because he understood that God is very paramount here, that he cannot do anything on his own power. But you see, Goliath was even talking down on God. Proud people, they don't even recognize the place of God. So they feel like anything they have achieved is just them. They feel like anything they have achieved is just them, their efforts and all that. But they forget that people are even working harder than them. That is just God that is favoring them. So if you want to avoid pride, ensure that your relationship with God is very okay. Confidence is not meant for extroverts. Yes, yes. What are the tips to overcoming stage fright? That is a different thing altogether. Like if I start it, I will have to stay for 1 more hour talking about it. Okay, but recently on my Facebook page, Mesoma, Elechuku, I've been giving tips on how to conquer nervousness, and I know that let me just give you like three. So the very first thing you need to know is, like I gave yesterday, that people are not coming to watch you speak with the aim of seeing you make mistakes. So now, most of you here are not here to see me make mistakes. If you're here to see me make mistakes, I've already made the mistake. Uh-huh. But I don't really care. Do you understand? You shouldn't be caring about people that come to see you make mistakes. Most of them are there to learn. Okay, so people are not there to watch you speak with the aim of seeing you make mistakes. So people will on their data like this, or maybe come from where they are to come to a place to see you make mistakes. People rarely do that. They came to learn. So when you understand that there's nothing you're speaking there that is less valuable, and they want to hear you, that will help your confidence. Nobody wants to see you make mistakes. Nobody wants to record you make mistakes. People want to learn something. Even if you're shaking while saying it, they want to learn from you. At least you're shaking, but you're saying something. So understand that nobody is coming to watch you with the aim of seeing you make mistakes. And then interpret your nervousness as excitement. Don't think, okay, there's a way to trick your brain. Trick your brain to think that you are just excited. Okay, so when you're speaking in public, or you're about to climb the stage and you're feeling nervous, don't be saying, okay, I'm nervous, okay, and then your heart is beating. You can just trick your mind to think that, okay, I'm actually excited about this. So you can interpret that nervousness as excitement. Okay, it can help you. Interpret your nervousness as excitement. Don't just feel like, okay, I'm just going there and my heart is beating, I'm shaking, I'm sweating, and all that. Another thing I teach people is, because you know that most times, if you have noticed, when you're about to speak in public, the very first sentences, that is where you experience nervousness, because you are still starting. So what I advise people to do then is to cram, not cram though, don't cram, because if you cram, it's worse for you, because you'll be trying to say everything word for word. So what do you do then? Rehearse the first lines of your speech. So you don't go up there and you say, my name is introduction, or my name is rehearsal, or my name is presentation, or my name is whatever. Just say something silly because you're nervous. Let that thing know, because those are the very important aspects of your speech. Introduction. So when you start on a wrong note, everything will just be messed up. So you don't want to go there and you're saying rubbish. So just rehearse the very first lines of your speech. You find that when you are getting to the middle of your speech, those nervousness will leave you, right? So you have to first of all rehearse the very first lines of your speech, so that when you get there, it will help you to comport yourself when you're knowing that you're starting right. So you don't go there and you're saying nonsense. You greet good morning on a hot afternoon. So you have to rehearse the very first lines of your speech. Okay, Choma is back. Welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you.
Have you
I
been here
had
with us?
some network issues. I had some network
Okay.
issues.
Okay, I was actually done. I was just taking their questions. Someone asked me about stage fright, and I was just telling the person about it.
Okay.
So thank you so much, everyone, for being here. I'm sure you learned a lot. Thank you so much.
Are you done with the
Thank you,
questions?
Melody. Yeah, I've answered the one of stage fright. I've not seen any other one. I've answered that one of stage fright.
Okay. Wow. It seems I'm going to have to catch the replay. My network
Yes.
just. But the one I was with you at the beginning, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you so
confidence
much. Thank
doctor.
you.
Like I really
Thank you,
Appreciate you being
everyone.
here. We know it's not easy to create time from your busy schedule, but you did this for
Ah,
Skill Up Initiative,
very.
and we really,
Yeah.
really appreciate the honor. We are grateful. We say more blessings, more upliftment to School of Confidence and the Confidence Doctor. Thank you so much for being here tonight. All right, so
The
that's
voice is
a wrap.
breaking.
Okay, okay, I think I'll just take over
I
from
can hear
here.
you
Thank
now.
you so much.
Yeah. Bye, everyone. Thank
Bye.
you.
So that's a wrap on the Skill Up Initiative Rebooted. So we've come to the end of our training. We've had 11 speakers with 11 amazing topics, from how to leverage platforms to earn from your skills, to how to monetize your talent, to secrets to becoming a confident person, talking about how to take your business online and earn, talking about spoken word, how to build a list of loyal clients to constantly make sales, building profitable relationships online. We've had several amazing topics, and it's been worth it. It's been, today is making it. We started on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Fridays, Saturday, Monday, Tuesday. We've had like 9 days of pure value, 2 sessions per day. So it's been worth it. It's been amazing. And I keep getting amazing feedbacks. So thank you everyone that stayed through the training. Now we're going to be having a competition with a cash prize of 10,000 naira. But I'll be announcing the requirements on my WhatsApp status. Okay, I'll be doing that on my WhatsApp status. So those that are able to view my status, like I mentioned in the group chat, the wait list for the training, you'll be able to see the requirements tonight. I'll be making the post tonight or latest by tomorrow morning so we can get right to it. And the cash prize is 10,000 naira. The cash prize is 10,000 naira. Okay? I cannot explain it right now because I want to use text to explain it so that anyone interested will have the complete step-by-step guide on the competition's requirements. So it's been amazing. So what I want you to do tomorrow is I want you to make some noise on social media tomorrow. Talk about how the program has been for you. Tell me what session left the left an indelible mark for you. Tell me what changed your life. Tell me where you had a transformative experience. Just talk about the training tomorrow. You've had 2 weeks. I'm sure there has been a session that changed your life. Personally, I've learned from so many sessions. I've learned from the public speaking, I've learned from the spoken word, I've learned from the leveraging platforms to leverage your skills. So talk about the training tomorrow, okay? I want to see our post tomorrow talking about the training, appreciating our speakers. It's not been easy. Trust me, these are very, very busy individuals, but they took out time to honor this invitation to teach you for free, to teach you for free. And I'm really, really grateful. So let's make some noise tomorrow on social media. Talk about the training. You can target my experience at the Skill Up Initiative Rebooted. Okay. I think my network is having some issues right now. So I'm going to end this video and then see you on WhatsApp. All right. So just make a video or a write up on Facebook tomorrow, Instagram, WhatsApp. Talk about your experience. Tag it. My experience at the Skill Up Initiative Rebooted. Okay? And then you can tag me to your post. I'm sure I'll really, really love to hear from you. All right? Can you still hear me? Because my video seems kind of frozen from my end. So I don't know if you can hear me. If you can hear me, please let me know. in the comment section. Thank you so much to our speakers tonight. The Confidence Doctor, Mesoma Elechuku, and Miracle Dominic. I appreciate you tonight. God bless you. But I don't know if you could hear me, but I was saying that we've come to the end of the Skill Up Initiative training. What we have left is the competition, and I'll be making a post about that on my WhatsApp status. So tomorrow, I want you to make a post about the training. You could tag it, my experience so far at the Skill Up Initiative Rebooted. Tell us how the training has been for you these 2 weeks. Tell us about the speakers, what you learned from them. Tell us what new skills you acquired, what new knowledge you gained. Tell us, just pour your heart out. No, it's not easy to come and speak and train people for free. So I want you to make a post tomorrow on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, appreciating our speakers, talking about the Skill Up Initiative Rebooted. Okay. So when you make a post tomorrow, tag me to your post. I'll be looking forward to seeing your post tomorrow. I want everywhere to be ablaze on social media. You could attach the picture of the flyer or your own personal picture, but just make a post titled "My Experience So Far at the Skill Up Initiative Rebooted," so we could hear your experience, your testimonies, your lessons. All right. So good night, everyone. It's been amazing with you. 2 weeks, 11 speakers, 2 speakers per day, 11 topics. It's been amazing, and I'm so happy that I got to do this with you. Once again, my name is Choma Nana, the founder of Creatives in Business, and the Scale Up initiative is being organized by Creatives in Business to empower 5,000 youths with relevant skills and teach them how to earn from these skills. Bye.